What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video, we're diving back into the Halloween Cup with another strong team. Mawile, Drapion, and Shadow Alolan Marowak. Alright, getting into game one, we have a Shadow Nidoqueen on the lead. Now, what I found is you need to be swapping into Drapion right away in these neutral situations, especially when you suspect a Dark-type Pokemon in the back. Having a Nidoqueen lead with an Umbreon in the back would make a lot of sense. Now, we do get a shield right there from them, so I'm actually going to go ahead and keep myself shield advantage, so I'm going to let this go, and it was the Earth Power. Boom! My Drapion goes down. It's like, okay, we might be in trouble here. We might be in trouble. I've done no damage. I got a shield, though, and I'm going to go ahead and come in with Alolan Marowak. Now, the Nidoqueen, I think that's just a Poison Fang. That wasn't enough for another Earth Power. So we're going to go ahead and let this go, and it was a Poison Fang. That's pretty huge for us. Now, they decided to swap into Golbat. So that is already two anti-fairies, anti-fighters. So there's gotta be an Umbreon. So we're just gonna go ahead and swap into Mawile now and look to go for Iron Head right here, as it does do quite a bit of neutral damage. If they let this go through, it's actually gonna KO them. So the Iron Head, boom, takes down the Golbat. Woo! I'm booming right back, man. I'm booming right back. No, it was an Alolan Ninetales in the back. So I was 100% expecting an Umbreon, but instead we get a Alolan Ninetales, which means this is definitely going to be looking to be a good game, very well played. It makes sense why they wanted to shield the Nidoqueen in order to take out our Drapion. So thankfully, the Mawile here does have two Iron Heads ready to go. Boom! They hit us with the first boom, and I'm just firing right back here with Mawile. This team is so much fun. The energy gain, the damage you can do, it's just a lot of fun. So we're going to go ahead and swap back into Alolan Marowak and close this game out. So this game started with getting boomed with an Earth Power on Drapion, completely gone, to flipping this all around and booming them right back with Alolan Marowak and the Mawile. And again, I think it's very important to have Iron Head there on Mawile, so you can do a lot of neutral or super effective damage in this meta. Alright, good game. We got Crobat now on the lead. Same situation here as we saw with the Golbat, where Iron Head's going to do so much. And there, typically, Mawiles don't run with Iron Head, right? You're so used to them having Power Up Punch and Play Rough that Iron Head just does so much damage. Now, we're going to go ahead and swap into Drapion to try to catch the charge move, but they bring in a Tyranitar, and this is very good for us. Tyranitar coming in is going to allow Alolan Marowak to potentially sweep this game. Now, Crunch also does quite a bit of resisted damage right there, and we should be able to get to 3 here against the Tyranitar, which is what we're going to try to force them to do. So we do get a shield right there as well, and we get the defense drop, but they decided to throw the charge moves. So that's fine by me. I can now come in with Mawile and basically farm down, because we have a Fairy fast move, Fairy Wind, right? Tyranitar being that dark typing. We're going to go ahead and come in with that and look to hard farm down while also resisting smackdowns. This is a beautiful situation. Mawile with this much energy, 2-to-1 shields, and with the final Pokemon, I didn't see what it was, but it was Bug Steel, so I think it might be a Scizor. And the Iron Head, ooh, it is a Scizor, so the Goat's going to come in. Look at that Fire Spin damage. That's a good game. We're going to go ahead and shield this charge move. That Fire Spin did 25% of Scizor's health, so we do stop that Shadow Ball. And that is going to be a good game. They decide to surrender right there. All right, moving to the next one. We got Mawile versus Nidoking. Okay, so another situation where I'm suspecting a Dark-type Pokemon in the back. So we're going to swap straight into Drapion to see what they do. They're deciding to stay in, which is okay. We got to watch out for the potential Earthquake. But they also have access to Megahorn. They also have access to Sand Tomb. Now, Sand Tomb, it's a tough one. It is the Sand Tomb. It's a nice shield bait, super effective damage, but thankfully we can at least put a lot of pressure here with crunches. And the fact that they decided to shield the Nidoking tells me they might be weak in the back, and we do see a Grimer come in. They might be weak to a potential Alolan Marowak, right? If there's fairies in the back, Alolan Marowak can do very well, like we saw with the Nidoqueen from Game 1. So we're just going to go ahead and go for crunches right here against the Grimer. Everything's resisted, so we're just going to try to apply that pressure there with the defense drop, and we decide to swap now into Mawile, saving our Drapion. We are in a 1-to-1 shield situation right here, and I think I'm going to go ahead and shield on the Mawile. I really want to load up on energy, because Mawile's moveset right now could do very well for us, especially if there is a fairy in the back. So we're going to go ahead and just go for an Iron Head right here. This should be enough to take out the Alolan Grimer, and then we'll have to see what decides to come back in. It's probably going to be the Nidoking, And if it does, they do get to the Sand Tomb in time. So this is unfortunate because that's going to be a lot of damage that we're going to take. And then we're going to have to overload just a bit and now go for Iron Head here. I think that's double kick actually on Nidoking now that I think about it, not Poison Jab. But that's okay. It is going to be a fairy in the back. It makes a lot of sense how your opponents play, their reactions to your swaps, right? Shielding the Nidoking against a Drapion. It just tells me they're weak in the back. So Alolan Marowak is going to be able to take this one right here for us. And that's going to be a good game. Very well played. All right. Moving into the next one, we got Mawile on the lead versus Venusaur. Okay, so another situation where there could be a dark type in the back, so I'm going to swap into Drapion right here. Venusaur is staying in, so I'm just going to go ahead and go for the Sludge Bomb. Any massive chip damage that I can get right here is going to be needed. So it does land, which is perfect, and they decide to bring in Ninetales, which is interesting because I should be able to get to 2 Sludge Bombs unless they decide to throw the Weather Ball, which I'm guessing they're going to try to commit to the hard farm down. But Sludge Bomb right here gets the first shield, and now it's going to be a race. They're going to try to commit to the farm down, and we do get to the second Sludge Bomb in time. This is huge for us, getting 2 shields in this situation. Boom! They decided to actually let it go, and they're coming with Venusaur to farm down. So we're obviously going to be bringing in the Goat right here to farm down. We're going to no-shield as well. Frenzy Plant will hurt, but I'd rather have 2 shields, and it was actually just a Sludge Bomb. So that was a blind throw, and we will be able to farm down now with Fire Spin. And the final Pokemon is going to be a Vespiquen. So super spicy team for my opponent. So I'm going to try to go for the Fire Blast. I don't know if this is rude or just mercy. You guys let me know down in the comments, but I'm trying to go for the Fire Blast, and they shield it. I'm like, oh, okay. So they're going to try to win. All right, I'll swap on you. Oh, no, I didn't get the swap right there. I'm going to go ahead and shield. Vespiquen does have access to Power Gem, so I need to watch out for that. But we're going to see if we can catch the charge move, which we do right here. I don't know if this was enough energy for Power Gem. I haven't played against Vespiquen a lot. I'm also still sick, so I do apologize. But this is still going to be a good game. Spicy team for my opponent, but ultimately Alolan Marowak has been doing so well for me. It did well for me yesterday. It did well for me today. It's just putting in a lot of work. Now, I obviously got to watch out for some of those hard counters like a Shadow Tyranitar. That could be pretty scary. But good game right there to my opponent. All right, moving to the next one, we got Nidoqueen now on the lead, so we're going to be swapping out into the Drapion once again, predicting that there may be a Dark-type Pokemon in the back, but they decide to come in with Mawile right here with Fire Fang, so we can actually put a lot of pressure with Sludge Bomb. It's still going to be resisted, even though it is Fairy Steel, because Steel double resists, but that's still a decent amount of damage, like a respectable amount of resisted damage. 2 of them might just force a shield here from my opponent, and they decided no shield it right there, so they're going to try to commit to the farm down, but instead they go for the charge move. And if this is Iron Head or Sludge, Fairy Wind, I mean not Fairy Wind, Play Rough by all means, but they're going for power-up punches back-to-back, so I'm going to go ahead and let this go because I think I can actually survive, and we do survive with 1 HP, and we go for the Crunch. Now, granted, I had Sludge Bomb ready, but Crunch is still going to put enough pressure to try to force them to shield, so we do get it. Now, since they have a Mawile, I'm guessing they have another Steel in the back, so this is counterintuitive because I'm going to take so much damage from Fire Fang. But I'm just going to go ahead and come in and farm down with Mawile. I think Alolan Marowak might just be able to take this game for me. So let's see what they decide to come back in with. It is going to be the Nidoqueen. Iron Head right here does a lot of damage. And then we're going to look to swap out into the Alolan Marowak. This was, I believe, CMP tie, so that's fine. We can let this go and then come in with Alolan Marowak now and look to try to sweep this game. And I'm guessing maybe Wormadam in the trash. Wormadam trash in the back. It's rough today. I've only had 1 cup of coffee and the kids were up at 5 a.m. It was a rough night, but we go ahead and shield the potential Earth Power and we do farm down, but they get back-to-back Poison Fangs, which is fine by me. We can let this one now go, even though it's going to do a bit more damage. I am more concerned about what is going to be in the back, and it's actually going to be a Scissor. So fast moves, 25% apiece. Have you ever seen actually, you guys have probably seen fast moves do that much damage, but it is so satisfying to see that much damage. I should have just gone for 1 more Fire Spin, but ultimately I just want to close this game out. for a nice W right here, going for the Shadow Bone. So that is going to be a good game. So my thought process there of potential double steal in the back, considering I saw the Mawile, was correct. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. This team was a lot of fun to use, and again, this was the first team that I posted to the YouTube membership if you guys decided to join. So thank you all for joining if you guys did, and thank you all for the support that you guys have shown me over the years. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.